Okay, so submit your project letter in 2 A3 size, 2 A2 paper. Okay, cartridge paper is not, I saw some students use the very thin paper for submission in project 1 and also maybe in project 2, I'm not sure. But I see some people using that paper for project 1. So make sure you use cartridge paper, that is like drawing paper, not the normal A4 paper, okay? Then you're going to draw, I will show this later. Okay, use only black technical pens or art pens. You can use pencil for the outline when you want to draw at the first attempt, right? You can use the pencils. Or oh yeah, you guys cannot go to the studio. Or if you can use light box, actually, you can draw in butter paper, and for the final one, you can use light box to trace it back. Okay. And then shadow casted, the sculpture and sculpture base must be rendered in all drawings. So don't, okay, sorry, I will edit this. So only draw shadows for the sculpture, not the base, because this time you don't have base. Okay. You can render using any preferred method, but make sure you discuss with your lecturer. All drawings must be drawn using given format, which is here. All right. So who actually, I think half of you might already know this one, this drawing. Half of you haven't heard of it. All right. So in this project, so actually there's an outline here, okay? So this is actually in A, let me show a proper one. So this is actually in A1 with border here like that. Okay. So imagine there's a line for the paper, right? So have 1 cm margin here before you draw this thick line and have this title block. All right, so I'll zoom in to show you. So top view is at the center, and then bring it down for front elevation. Left elevation is from here, and then right elevation, and also rear elevation. So for rear elevation, you will make it like upside down because you're taking this one to the other side. So that's why the lettering is like this. And then the second page is on isometric view. Okay, it's 30 degree. So you don't have to draw the base thickness and draw the shadow on the ground. Plan the location of the isometric based on model and shadow. So if your model is very tall, for example, place it on a little bit on the left. And don't forget, remember we mentioned to you guys, make sure you keep the details, the concept, the writings on your design. So write your concept, your design principles next to the isometric view. And don't forget, for the text, make sure you use architectural lettering, compose nicely, leave some margins. Okay. So to help you work faster, I already created this detail. So just follow this format. Put your name there, metric number, studio master's name, and session. If your name is very long, you can just put your name without your father's name. Or for example, Tengku, you can put TG, is it? Some names, there's actually short forms for that. It's 10%. So project 3 is actually 20%, 10% for the model making, 10% for the drawing. The submission, okay, I make it a little bit shorter, usually in 2 weeks, but I think you can finish it in less than 2 weeks because if you 2 weeks will fall in the mid-semester break. So we don't want to disturb your mid-semester break. So the submission will be on 17th, okay, Friday 17th. Don't worry, it will not take too long because you already completed the model. Just focus on the drawing. Unfortunately, the crit session will be online for both crits. We have this Friday and the next Monday for crit session. Lecturers and students, for example, we can use Miro to help you discuss. Lecturers who didn't have Miro, you can use my bots if you want, just inform me. Okay, submit as hard copy because on Friday we can resume as face-to-face class. So submit at studio on 17th of December before you go back here to your hometown at 9:30 AM sharp. So these are the rubrics. So we will see on 3 things: drawings, line quality, and shadow quality. So 60% for drawings. You must show your ability to draw quality parallel projection drawings composed neatly into the space given. Able to draw quality isometric drawing. Sorry, it's the same thing. All right, so line quality, draw with clean lines, confident, precise technical strokes. And shadow quality, good quality lah, basically on that. So what does it mean by all this drawing? We will learn from Dr. Chris' input after this. So any question on the project brief? No question? So if there's no question, you might have questions after this. If there's no more, sorry, if there's no question, I will leave to Dr. Chris for the input on projection drawings.
All right. Okay. Share the screen. All right. So thank you, Madam Fana. All right, for the briefing just now. Okay, so for everyone, I'm just gonna have probably a short, probably 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna just share with you a little bit about projections drawing and a little bit of shadow casting. Okay, as well as some, of course, this is up to you. All right, some exercise that you can do at home to just practice your shadow casting. Oops. All right. So, okay. First of all, we're going to look at two things today. Okay, projection drawing and shadow casting. So, projection drawing. Okay. Just a brief introduction to all of you. Maybe some of you do not know. Okay. So, it is a process or technique of representing 3D. Okay. Main word here is a 3D object. Okay, by projecting all its points by straight lines. Okay, so the keyword here is 3D, projecting all of its points by straight lines. All right. Okay, so just a quick question. All right. So how many points does this cube has? Okay, anyone can tell me how many points does this cube has? No, no one?
8.
Yes, Damia?
8 points.
8 points, yeah. Yep, correct. All right. So thank you, Damia, for answering. Okay, so this cube has 8 points, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bottom 1 at the back. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what you have to do, what you need to do during for projection drawing is actually projecting all of these points into by using straight lines, okay, into the plane that you want. Right. So that's why I have a photo of a projector here. Right. Just imagine that this projector is shooting from let's say from the back of this model. So whatever you got, the shadow, also called the projection image that you got. All right. From the other side, essentially the projection drawing. All right. Okay. All right. So for projection drawing, okay, there are a few types. All right. There's orthographic, there's isometric. Okay, which is the main two things that you're gonna draw for this project 3B. Okay, but just want to let you know that there's actually oblique and also exonometric. Okay, so we'll go through one by one. Okay, and at the end for exonometric, I'm just going to show you a simple video, all right, which shows you how to draw exono as well. Okay, so of course, we're not going to focus on this, but we're going to focus on isometric for your 3B. Okay, so for orthographic drawing, okay, some of the examples you have just now, Madam Fana has shown you in your project brief. Okay, so what you're going to do is actually you're going to draw sides, all right? Like for example, for this example, okay, there's top, okay, whatever you can see from the top view, all right, then you draw it out. Okay, so that is how you get the projection drawing. Okay, sorry, for orthographic drawing. Okay, so whatever you see from the front, okay, whatever you see from the side, okay, from the back, okay, in this case, your front and the back is the same. Okay, so you have a top and the bottom, of course, it's the same. All right, so for the side, it's different. Okay, for this side, you can see these two lines here. Okay, then from the other side, actually, it's just a straight rectangle. Okay, without these two lines in the middle. Okay, so this is just some example. All right, so let's say you have this 3D. Okay, let's say this is your model. All right, so how are you going to draw this? Is actually by projecting. Of course, this is just example. You need to draw it in scale. All right, based on the scale which is required of you in the project brief. Okay, 1 to 2. All right, so what you have to do, you have to project all the top views, what you see on top. All right, so of course there are two types of lines which you can see here. Okay, one is a solid line, right, which is whatever you can see with your eyes when you see from the top. Like for example, let's say you take this top view, whatever you can see from the top, you have this rectangle. Okay, so you have this solid line here. You can see this circle in the middle. That's why you have this solid line here. Okay, then you can see these dotted lines. Okay, so what are these dotted lines? From front view, you can have these dotted lines too. From right side view, you have these these 3 dotted lines. What are these dotted lines? They are actually lines which is unseen. Okay, which is behind the view. Right. Okay, so for top view, you can see here top. All right, you have this and this. Then, if you notice, there's actually 2 more lines which is behind here. Okay, which is underneath your view, right? So those are the 2 dotted lines. We call it the hidden lines, all right, which is beneath the model. Okay, so for front view as well, okay, you have these 2 dotted lines here, okay, which represent the circle. Okay, the circle, it cuts down all the way until the bottom. That's why you have these 2 dotted lines. Same goes as here. You have this circle. All right. Okay, and then why do you have this? Right, dotted lines from the right side? It's because you have this hidden line, okay, which is behind the model. All right. Okay, so this is another example, a more complicated one. I believe some of you may have more complicated drawings model for project 3A. So this is just an example of all the different use of solid lines and also hidden lines. Okay, I repeat again, solid lines are for those lines which you can see from the straight away from the side or from the top, from the view that you want. Hidden lines are those lines which is behind. Okay, any lines which is behind the surface that you are facing. Okay, Arif, can you please mute your mic? Okay, thank you. All right, so next one. Okay, this is oops, sorry. Okay, this is for orthographic. All right, so for isometric, okay, what are isometric drawings? Okay, isometric drawings are actually 3D. Okay, a 3D drawing which has 30-degree angle on both sides. All right. So let's say you have your model, okay, being rotated, okay, and being drawn with 30-degree on both sides, okay, and of course all the dimensions are accurate. Okay, what does it mean? What does this sentence mean? So, okay, so let's say for this model, you're actually drawing, let's say 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2 scale, right? Okay, let's say from here to the end of the line here, okay, for your model itself. All right, let's say it's how many 10 cm. Okay, let's say it's 10 cm. Okay, so whenever you draw an isometric drawing, okay, let's not talk about scale first. Let's say this is 1 to 1. Okay, meaning it is not scale, it is the real scale 1 to 1. Okay, so whenever you draw isometric drawing, okay, from here to here it's 10 cm. Okay, if your model is 10 cm, so over here and here it's also 10 cm. Okay, what about the height? Okay, so if your height is actually let's say 3 cm, for isometric drawing it's also 3 cm. So it's very easy. whatever the dimension is on your model, you will just repeat that dimension in isometric with the same dimension. 10 cm is 10 cm, 2 cm is 2 cm. You do not need to worry about, okay, this perspective, so this perspective is shorter, so my model is 10 cm, then my this isometric drawing, or maybe it's only 8 point something. No, okay. So the dimensions are all accurate according to your model. Okay, so of course, when you talk about scale, you need to rescale it. Okay, so if your model has 10 cm, then whenever you draw on the drawing, isometric drawing, if it is 1 to 2, it is 5 cm. So everything you need to divide by 2. Okay, 1 to 2. So, but it is all accurate. Okay, I repeat again, it is all accurate. Okay, so this is just for your information. Okay, so there are actually grid papers out there, all right, which has 30 degree, all right. So they actually just follow the lines, to draw all this 30 degree isometric drawing. Okay, this is just for your information. All right. So in case of course, your model doesn't have to be. I mean, not all your model has to be in 90 degree. All these things. Okay, you can look here at the middle here. Okay, this model actually doesn't follow the 30 degree angle. Okay, because it has the front, it is actually larger than the back, so that's why it doesn't follow this paper itself. Okay, so but this is just to show you there are actually grid papers out there. Okay, with that angle. Okay, so how do you actually want to draw that 30 degree angle? Okay, the easiest way to have a 30 degree angle is actually to have your set square. Okay, so your set square, all right, for this set square, sorry, this is not in the full picture. Okay, you're not using the 45 degree, 45 angle. This is 30 and also 60 angle. Okay, so you use this 30 degree angle to get these lines. Okay, so you can draw a horizontal line first, or the end of your paper, okay, which is horizontal. Then you just put this on top of it. Okay, the end of your set square is actually at the one corner. Then you can have one line. You can draw one line. Then after that, you use your ruler to measure. Let's say this is 10 cm. Okay, so here 0 until all the way here 10 cm. Okay, then for the height, it's very simple. You just use the 90 degree set square to draw a line. Okay, a reference line. Then you can measure what is the height of your model. Let's say this is 5 cm. Okay, then you just put 5 cm. Then you continue on using this set square to draw another line on the opposite. Okay, you can just flip your ruler and just draw the other line. Okay, of course you can play around with the 60 degree angle as well. Okay, so it's just mathematical. You can flip this thing over, because once, okay, let's say once you have a 30 degree here, okay, the other side is actually 60 degree. So you actually can flip your ruler and draw the 60 degree based on this line. Okay, so it's just a matter of calculation, whether you want to use this horizontal line or this vertical line as your reference point. Okay, so if you use a horizontal one, you use a 30 degree. If you want to use a vertical one, it's actually 60 degree. Okay, it's the same. All right, so these two I'll just go through quickly. Oblique drawing. Okay, what is oblique projection drawing? There are a few types of oblique drawing. Okay, one is in full scale, one is in half scale. All right, so as the name suggests, full scale, it's according to your model. Okay, let's say it is 10 cm, it's 10 cm. So half scale is half of your scale. Okay, which the name is Cavalier and also Cabinet. This is just for information. All right, and there are also a lot of degree as well when you do oblique drawing. Okay, so there's 30, there's 45, there's 60. Okay, so what's the difference between oblique drawing and also the one that you're going to use for 3B isometric? Okay, is that the other side, okay, of the drawing. The simplest way to look at it is actually for this, you have this front elevation. Okay, you can see from the front, you can see from the side, and you can see from the top. Okay, And your front elevation is actually, your front of this oblique drawing is actually your front elevation. Okay, this is your front elevation, directly from your front elevation. Then you just project it to the back. Okay, but of course you do not know what is happening on the other side, okay, of this drawing. Okay, so this is oblique drawing, just for information. And exonometric. Okay, exonometric, what does it mean? It's actually a 45-degree. The difference from isometric and exono is this is 45-degree on both sides. All right. So meaning that this angle, okay, is actually 90-degree. Okay, meaning that this is your floor plan. Okay, this is your floor plan. You rotate it 45-degree, then you can draw your exonometric. Okay, this is just a quick example of how people draw exonometric. Okay, right. So first of all, yes, they have this floor plan. They rotate it into a 45-degree angle. Okay, then they tape it. Okay, so once they tape it, they draw it out. After they draw it out, they will just, okay, later on you'll see, after you draw that, all right, okay, then you will determine the height. Okay, the height of the, let's say for this one, is actually a room. Okay, so let's say it's 2 cm. Okay, of course, this is in scale, right? So you draw 2 or 3 cm. Okay, so after you draw the height of the room, okay, then this is where the magic happens. Okay, you just move the drawing down. Okay, then that is your, after your plan intersect with all the lines, okay, coincides with all the lines, that is your ceiling. Okay, okay, I just fast forward this. All right, so until the end, okay. Okay, the last line. Okay, so you actually have a ceiling. Okay, you might, don't be confused. Okay, you need to understand that. Okay, this thick line, okay, the double line is actually your floor plan. Okay, it is projected up. Okay, this is projected up. Okay, then this is your ceiling. Okay, some of you might get confused by you thought that this is your floor plan, but it's okay. Okay, so double line is your floor. This line is the ceiling. Okay, right. This is just for your information. Okay, then we'll go quickly into shadow casting. Okay, this is where everything gets more interesting a bit. Okay, so it is created by a light source, okay, illuminating an object. Okay, so you need to have a light source which illuminates the object. All right. Then what is the function of this shadow casting? Okay, this is just an extra information to let you know why shadow is important. Right. First is to reduce mass. Okay, like for example, this photo. Right. Without this shadow casting, this space will look heavy. Okay, because of all the white color, everything, it will look heavy. Right. So when you have shadow, you reduce the mass, and to unify certain elements of the building. Okay, once you cast shadow, this protruding element, okay, it has a different color, but once you cast a shadow, it looks like everything is being united. Okay, it's being unified as one building. Okay, it's a sort of unifying the element on the building. Okay, and also, of course, the more creative side, the more interesting side is actually shadow casting creates patterns, right? So whenever you want to cast shadow for your this project, try to have a shadow which is the shadow casting which is interesting. You can see some patterns through your 3D model. Okay, like for example, for this, the shadow, of course, this is casting into the interior. This is just to let you know, it creates a balance. Okay, then for your shadow casting for your model itself, maybe you can create a balance as well. You have your model at the probably at the left hand side. Then your shadow actually creates a balance kind of language to your model. Okay, so this is just for your information. Okay, so there are a few shadow casting method, right? Okay, first of all, it's a projection for your projection drawing. Okay, how do you want to cast shadow for your, let's say for your isometric. Okay, I'll just play this video. Okay. Okay, so you have a light source on top. Okay. Okay, so this light direction, okay, as I mentioned, it can be pointed anywhere. Okay, then you draw this diagonal line. Okay, and this is the light angle. Okay, later on you understand these three lines actually will help you in determining your shadow. So first you have a light direction. So this is green color. Okay, so you draw a line which is at the back. The next one is the red color, the light angle. All these three lines are parallel. Okay, then you find the intersection point between the red and the green line. Yep. So when you connect all of this together with a different, this one shows a different pen, that is your shadow. Okay. So look simple, right? You just have these two lines. Okay. The angle and also the direction. Then after that, the intersection point later on, you just connect it together. So now this is another example of showing, let's say you move this light direction, okay, and also the light angle, what will happen to this? What happened to the shadow? Okay, and next you will have to find the intersection point. Of course, you ignore the first shadow first, the one, this is a second example. Okay, then you can have your shadow casted as if the light direction is from the back, okay, on the right hand side. This is quickly another one. Okay, this might be confusing a bit, the last one, because you have too many lines here. It's okay, but whenever you draw that time, you only have one casting of the, I mean, one side of the shadow. So this is a example of a cylinder. Okay, please notice that whenever you want to cast from a rounded surface, actually this you have to draw a cross. Okay, this will help you to guide your shadow. See how all the projection lines, okay, the green line is actually projected from the end, the tip, I mean the end of the cross. Okay, the 4 lines down and the 4 lines up. Then you can have a cross, okay, from the intersection. Then once you have that 4 points, then you can draw the circle. Very quickly, a cone. This one is easier because, yeah, it's very straightforward. Okay, then for the last example, this one is a so-called a more complicated one because it has more corners, more points for you to draw. Please make sure that you intersect the correct line. Okay, the correct, let's say one of the points is from this point. Okay, you should intersect with the top. Okay, right. So this is an example, okay, of how you draw this shadow casting. Okay, the next one, okay, let's just for information for perspective drawing. Okay. Okay, so you have a horizon line first. Then next, you draw your building. Okay, for this example, it's actually 2 points, 2-point perspective. Okay, then you need to determine where's your light source. Then you draw a vertical line which cuts through the horizon line. Then you connect this intersection with all the corners of the building. Okay, so this is the same as your green color line just now. Okay, and then you draw the light source line. Okay, so what happens after this is you have actually intersection points. Okay, below. I will just put this in the e-learning later on, then you guys can refer back to it. Now it's just quickly how it show you how you draw. Okay. Okay, this one is she finished off with a little bit of shading. Okay. So here is darker, at the side is actually lighter. Okay, so this is one. And lastly, for this one. Okay, this is just to show you how to cast a shadow from a sphere. So imaginary line also, okay, for this type of shadow casting. Okay, because it doesn't have lines, vertical or horizontal lines. Okay, so after that, you draw a horizon line at the back, and then you have a light source. Okay. Then after that, you go down, intersect with the horizon line. Okay, then this one, he drew the top first, okay, from the source first. Later on, yeah, then this one he reverse, he cast line from the vanishing point. Okay, once it's intersect, got these 4 points. Yep. So after you draw the canvas of this rectangle, the whole rectangle or square, all right, down on the floor, then you can connect all the curved surface. All right. So yeah, I think that's all. Okay, from a short input today. Any question from any of you?
Hello, Dr. Chris.
Yes.
I want to ask, for the light direction and light angle, right? Light direction is always perpendicular to the straight line, is it?
Light angle.
Direction.
You hold on. Okay, you're talking about light that where's the light direction and light angle.
Yeah. Is the light direction is always perpendicular to the straight line?
To the straight line. Light direction. No, currently it's diagonal. You mean the red color and the green color?
I mean the green color, is it always perpendicular to the black line?
Yes, yes, yes.
Then how do we...
Okay, meaning that this black color, right, is actually your what call that? You can treat it as your this sides of the model of the object itself, right? So like for example, right, let's say you can put this whole thing, you can transport this whole thing into this is black, okay, this is your green, this is your red.
So how do we determine the light angles? Where does it come from?
Oh, this I would say actually, of course, if you want to be very accurate, you need to determine where's the sun, what's the angle of the sun. But for this exercise itself, actually you can determine it yourself. Right? The red line, the red color line, actually can be determined by you. But the main thing which you need to be aware of is actually all the red lines are parallel to each other. Okay, the green lines are all parallel to all the green lines. The red lines are actually parallel to all the red lines. So that is the most important thing. So if you want to make the red line like a little bit longer, that's why just now Madam Vana mentioned. So if you want a longer shadow, you can actually cast this red color line to be longer. Okay, meaning that you can put it somewhere to the back, so that you can cast it longer. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's determined by you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chris.
All right. Okay. Then just a quick announcement here. All right. So for the lines, okay, just where is it? Okay, for this exercise, right, for project 3B, okay, just to let you guys know, okay, this is an example only. All right, for project 3B, right, we will not, okay, we will not use hidden lines. Okay, for 3B we will not use hidden lines. So you just make it simple. Whatever you see on the top, whatever you see from the side, whatever you see from the back, okay, that is your orthographic drawing. Okay, you do not need to draw these hidden lines. Okay, this is just for your extra information. Okay. Okay. Then of course to add for just now Boon's question just now. All right. Normally for our for this shadow casting, normally is 45 degree. Okay, so meaning that your this green color line and this red color line in between that is actually 45 degree. Okay, or any, of course, you can choose any good angle. Okay, but if you do not know like all the shadows are good for you, you can just choose 45 degree, or if not, you can actually try to actually using try and error first. Okay, you can just quickly sketch out, which angle is good for you, whichever. Let's say you have any place where you actually have holes or any subtraction of your angle of your model that you want to actually show it out through the shadow, then you can use that particular angle. Okay. All right. Any more question? Okay, so if there's no more question, I will pass back the time to Madam Farhana.
Hi, thank you, Dr. Chris. Thank you very much for the input. So for students, I think for those who never tried drawing, it will be something that is very new for you, and you might find it very hard at first. Okay, after you get used to it, it's actually very straightforward because it's just drawing. There's no designing involved. So I will just upload now. I will upload this book on, we call this architectural graphics at e-learning. Okay, architectural graphics. All right, now it's that. So you can scroll down and there will be input on shadow. Okay, and also how to draw orthographic drawings. Yeah, a lot of other things over here, right? So I will upload again a few things if I can find the books. I have a few books here. Of course, I cannot upload all. If not, you will be overwhelmed with too many information. Okay. Sorry, I didn't share my screen just now. This one. Oh my God. Here. Okay. So here it is. All right. So I forgot to mention one thing and no one asked. So I think you're very tired. The scale, okay, your model is, you have certain dimension for your model, right? So the drawing scale for your project is going to be 1:2. I've written here, see 1:2 means it's half of your model. If your model is 19 cm, the drawing here is going to be what? What is the length?
4.5.
4.5?
Half of the
9.5.
original length.
What is it? I cannot hear the answer.
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5. It has to say clearly, if your friend accidentally heard Albus, they will follow the 4.5. So it's 9.5 means half of 19. And of course, for 240, half of that is
120.
yeah, 120. Okay. All right, any questions so far? You can do the practice on butter paper. If you have a lot of A2 papers, you can use that. Actually, this project is very good if you can use the table at studio. Since there's no table, you can actually use, I'm not sure how your table inside your room is, or during my time, sometimes I use the bed base. We put the mattress vertically and just use that bed base as our table. So I think everyone already got the T-square. Have you bought a T-square? So all
Yes,
other
madam.
yes, okay. So all other tools, make sure you already bought it, okay? Even though previously we mentioned for this project you have to buy what? For after this, just buy everything that I've listed at the early of the semester. T-square, set square, the French curve. This is where you're going to use all that tools. French curve or flexible curve, and
template.
also a lot of other things. Sorry, what is it?
Circle template.
Circle template, yes. Okay, any more question or any more things you want to share with your friends? Maybe you have more experience in this. Tak ada. Lecturers, do you have anything to add? So it's here. This is on shadows. This is how to draw shadows on other components. And also how to draw at elevations. Right? So, for... Okay, never mind. I will share for my group later in the WhatsApp group. So if there's no more question, lecturers, no more input, is it? So if there's no more comments, use exactly as per what you built in project 3A. And for your information, we're going to use the same design, the same model for project 4, which is going to be Folly. We will know about that later. But for that one, you can still improve a little bit. So don't worry about what you have done. You've learned a lot. You can see a lot of you have progressed a lot from the first grid. So draw whatever you have built in project 3A. Okay. So if there's no, yes, hello.
Madam Fana, Afizuddin here.
Yes.
I want to ask, dia kertas A1 je?
A2.
A2, oh.
Yes, A2 paper.
Okay, alright. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so if there's no more question, I will see you again we will see in group create, okay, on this Friday. All right, thank you. For my group, you can just stay and ask me questions if you have any question, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for my group. We see you Friday with some initial attempts, right? Attempts to draw your model. You remember last time we did exchange, you know. So you find a partner and you do the drawings of your partner's model, which I think is quite interesting, okay? But because this drawing is no more thinking, it's just drawing, and then you are not going to be graded on ideas anymore. You are going to be graded on how you draw your model, okay, and how you cast the shadows and whether you get the elevations correct, okay. So please don't be down, okay. Try to be motivated by it, right? And I'm sure if you are motivated, it will show in your outcome, right? In your outcome. Do well. All the best. Nampak macam semua down je?
Itulah senyap je.
Huh? Everybody sleeping, is it?
No, doctor. I'm okay.
You here.
Tired.
Ini baru first year, first sem ni. You have a lot, the journey is a lot more, okay? 4.5 years or more to get your final professional degree.
Hey, students, all switch on your camera. This might be our only chance to get a group photo using online meeting. So switch on camera. Now, everyone, please switch on camera.
Baru nampak.
Okay, more students, please switch on the camera now. Hello. After this, you can go to sleep. Or you have class at 12. Okay, I will take the first group picture first. All right, everyone just be ready, okay, because you don't know which page you are in. Okay, 1, 2, smile, just smile, don't move. Khalif, I can only see your eyes. Okay, make sure your face is in the frame. Okay, 1, 2. Sorry. Once again. Okay, 1, 2, smile. Don't move, smile. Okay, first page. All right, second page means everyone has to smile again. 1, 2, smile. Hafizudin, why you hide your mouth? All right, I get all. Okay, so, okay, thank you everyone. Bye.
Thank
For my group, if you
you.
have question, you can just stay here. You can just ask now actually.
Okay. For my group, WhatsApp group, yeah, you have question, you ask me in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, Dr. Sharifah.
Yeah, okay, doctor.
Okay, bye everyone. So group 1, jumpa on Friday lah, right? See you on Friday. See you on Friday. Through online. All right. Bye bye.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, doctor. Thank you,
All right, take care.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Sama. Hi, Ojo. Ojo, are you here? What time is it now? Hi, Taufik. Hilang. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma.
I can hear you very faintly. Wait, can you speak louder or maybe nearer to the microphone?
Can you hear me now, ma?
Yes, I can hear clearly. So how are you? How about the visa progress?
Well, in Nigeria here, it is just 4:36 a.m. on a Monday morning. So it's not possible for you to get any updates now, ma. I will update you later today, ma, once I have the updates.
All right. So you going there today, is it?
Yes, I'm going back today, sir, ma.
All right. Do update me with the progress, okay?
No problem, ma.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so my group, if there's no question, I will see you this. I will share with you what to show this Friday, and we'll meet on this Friday, okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Okay, madam. Bye, madam.